It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
What's up? Man, it seems like we just ended a show and then we're starting another one.
Yeah.
Look at that. Woo!
No days off.
Rob.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you this morning, what you got going on with your beard?
What you mean?
There's a gap with no hair on it, like right on the front part of your chin.
Yeah, I don't like the hair
Like,
down there.
like there's no soul patch or anything, or like just from your bottom lip, from his bottom lip down to his jawline at the chin is bare, but he's got a full beard everywhere else.
Rob,
Rob,
my
can you-
slight butt chin down there.
Could you stick your head in real quick? Let me see exactly what TJ's talking about.
Is
I
this
can't, 'cause I can't see you on the screen right
This is
now.
the first time you've ever done that? I don't
Okay.
think I've ever seen that.
See, now I do this. I do something similar, but mine goes above my chin. Rob goes below his chin.
I kind of
See, like right there, there's
accentuate the
see,
mustache a little bit.
I always keep that part.
You
pretty
got
well clean.
facial hair?
Yes, TJ. I do. I know it's hard to see.
What?
What? Yeah.
Oh,
It's
gee.
mostly white hair now, right?
Or I would
But wait,
honestly, Rob, my first instinct was to use the F word right there, and I had to catch myself. Like anyway.
Rob, you do creative facial hair from time to time, but I can't ever remember seeing that.
I feel like I've done it before. Maybe not. I don't know.
It is interesting,
And
Rob, that you
you-
take it below the all the way below the chin.
I just don't. I don't like having hair down there for some reason.
I don't either, but usually down there means something else.
Right. I know. Yeah.
But how long have you not liked that part of your beard? Because you usually have it.
That's if I've ever had it before, it's because I'm lazy most of the time.
Oh,
Your beard insecurity,
Yeah.
yeah, beard anxiety.
beard anxiety.
Yeah, add that to the list.
I don't like it on my bottom, like the under my bottom lip. And this time I may have taken it a little further down, but mostly the part,
Yeah.
like the soul patch part,
You don't like the way it looks or the way it feels?
feels.
Really? When do you touch that part? Like with your like your upper lip or something?
Yeah. Because I have a habit of like chewing on my tongue, and sometimes my lip goes into my mouth when I do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You say that again. You have
Gotta
a
clear
habit
the
of
runway.
I have a habit of chewing on my tongue whenever I'm thinking.
chewing on your tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so he trims down his that part of his womb broom. That's what you call it, man.
Get it cleaned up, man.
Womb broom.
That's what I call it.
So, what else do you have anxiety over, Rob? Like that you could name, like menu anxiety? We were talking about on the regular old show today. You got beard anxiety, menu anxiety.
I would say time management anxiety. Like I don't think I have enough time to do things, but then I just sit on the couch and don't do anything.
Yeah. Is that time management anxiety or lazy ass anxiety?
Well, the world may never know.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in my underwear and I don't want to move to a seated position.
I'll just lay here.
Yeah. He's a voluntary shut-in.
Do you find yourself, Rob, oftentimes thinking about all the things that you need to get done, and then you just kind of like feel overwhelmed, so you just sit there and do nothing?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I was told by a therapist once that that is a sign of depression.
Oh well, I'm taking depression stuff.
Okay.
Maybe it ain't doing its job.
Yeah, maybe you need to take antidepressant stuff.
Yeah.
Just give it time to kick in.
Oh no, I got the wrong bottle. I've been taking depression meds. Just gives you depression.
Yeah, it's like when people go, we have our fundraiser for cancer coming up. It's like, I'm not funding that.
No way.
I want to get rid of cancer, not try to improve it.
Yeah.
I know y'all get, kind of put out with me for mocking all the millennial, what I call dramatizations and whatnot. How, being nervous is turned into just having anxiety. If you're nervous about something, like if you, everybody, no matter what level of baseball it is, gets nervous at the plate when they're batting.
Yeah.
but nobody has ever called that hitting anxiety.
I bet it has been called that.
They should, because that's what it is.
Trademark. Hey, TJ.
Yeah. So you would never, like the menu anxiety, Rob, you would never ask the other people at the table if you could have another minute to decide what you want?
I mean, maybe if it's like the first time someone's come to check in, I'll be like, I would say then just another minute. But then that is when it starts to be different for me.
Because I would much rather somebody that I'm having dinner with, like if it's a group, take longer to order than to just sit and look like a tree full of owls when the server comes over and says, "Are you ready to order?"
Agreed.
Or what would you like to drink? And everybody's just like they've never been to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And God forbid someone says, come to me last. I'll figure it out by then. Because then I get anxiety for them.
You're effed.
Yeah. Well, you just need to eat alone.
Can you go through a line like at a Chipotle and build a meal in front of somebody, or does that?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can do that. Okay.
Because your choices are limited to you knowing exactly what's in front of you.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you go to a place like Chipotle, you're pretty much going to know what you're getting before you get there. Their menu's not very varied.
Yeah, and the variance will be minimal, is what you just said. So
Right.
you're looking at. I know I like meat. I like tomatoes. I like avocado. I don't like onions. I don't like that. So those are the three things that I want.
Yeah, same for Subway. Like if I'm going there, I'm probably just going to say, I'll get the meatballs and some provolone cheese, and that'll be it. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Riggins, why do you not send an order back if they bring it to you and it's completely wrong? Like you'll always go, I don't send it back. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you'll take the order that's not what you ordered.
Yeah, because I'm pretty fine with whatever I'm eating. I'm not a picky eater at all. But I don't know that I would do that totally. If it was totally the wrong item, I don't know that I
But
wouldn't
I've been
send it back.
with you in restaurants, when you ask for, or it's supposed to come with something, or you ask for it not to have something,
yeah.
and then it
ingredient,
comes
I'll
out
take
and
it.
it is.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Like like with me, it's like I never want raw onions on anything. So if I order something and it's got onions on it, and I can't just take the onions off. It's got, like, if I ordered a chili dog somewhere and they piled on raw onions on top of it, the diced onions, I would have to send that back. But if it's a burger that comes out at a restaurant and it's got, onions laying on top of the lettuce or whatever, I just take that off.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't have many of those experiences where I have to send something back. I can't even recall one.
Yeah.
But Rob said, even if a pickle touches it, he's sending it back because it's got the pickle flavor on it. That, to me, that's wild.
And I wonder if the menu anxiety for Rob has so much to do with the fact that eating is such an important thing with him. Like, he doesn't want to take a chance on ordering something that he's not going to love.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
that's devastating to him.
it certainly is.
If you rushed and you ordered, the flatbread at the Cheesecake Factory instead of like maybe some kind of a pasta dish that you didn't realize was on the menu, is it worse if somebody else at the table gets what you wish you would have gotten?
It's also bad if you see it walking by you in the restaurant and you're like, oh, that's what that would look like? Damn.
I've screwed up big time, guys.
What are we going to do?
Can we just leave?
I've gotten us in a hole here.
You wouldn't just look at that and go, "Oh man, I should have gotten that. I'll get that next time I'm here."
I'm probably not coming back to a Cheesecake Factory.
Because you would be embarrassed that you ordered the wrong thing. Would you ever stop them and go, hey, have you put in my order yet? Is it too late to change?
Oh, God, no. I wouldn't want to inconvenience someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. I'd probably just let it go.
I would do it and do it with so much riz, as the kids say.
Yeah.
That is,
And I'd
you're
be
right.
so apologetic. And if it's no, then it's no. I get it. Whatever. I always apologize to them before I tell them they screwed up my order.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But you completely effed this up. And I apologize for you being such an idiot.
I'm sorry. You brought me a pile of shit, and I'm sorry about that.
I'm really sorry. I hate to tell you this. I hate to be one of those people, but you have ruined my entire week.
I really do. I do hate complaining about anything like that in a restaurant. You know, like it's.
Well, I hate it too because it happens to me so often where they screw up my order.
Right.
Yeah. Your orders are very particular, TJ. Well, okay. I probably should.
But it doesn't even have to be particular. It could just be something as simple as, can I get that with no onions, please? Can they do it with no onions? Sure. Yeah, they can do that. And it comes out onions.
And the thing about it is, telling them that it didn't come the way you ordered is not wrong.
No.
You're not
at all.
wrong to do it. You're 100% within your right, and really you're 100% correct to tell them, I ordered it this way. I am paying for it. This is the way I want it.
Yeah.
I just typically would be like, it's fine. I'm just totally cool. It's okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
There are very few things in life, though, Ace, I'm totally cool with.
Yeah.
Not going to be totally cool with that.
No. I would, hey, you know what? I would love to be totally cool with this right now, but I can't. I have totally cool anxiety if I try to think about being totally cool.
One thing I was really surprised about Rob was a couple weeks ago when he had tried, he's a really picky eater. And the other week he went to like an Asian fusion place where they make you build your own Asian bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like Subway, but with like Asian flavors and things like that. Did that freak you out?
You talking about the Genghis Grill thing? Is that what
Yeah.
we're talking about? Yeah. Okay. So that was my idea, just because I'd been with someone else before.
Oh, you had? Okay.
And when I went before, someone else paid for the meal. So if I'm not paying for it,
Okay.
it's okay, because
If it's not great, it doesn't matter because you didn't pay for it.
and then if it's not great, I can get something else on my way home.
Yeah.
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 But what's interesting, I think, is that he's got another chance to do it. He eats restaurant food almost every day.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the last time you'll ever get Cheesecake Factory or something like that.
Right. When were you at the Cheesecake Factory?
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh, it was Ace. You were at the Cheesecake
I was
Factory.
at, right before,
Yeah.
a week or 2 weeks before Christmas, the day we did pictures with Santa for Dax.
Okay.
Did you get the jambalaya pasta?
No, I had a club sandwich.
It's pretty good.
I doubt that. I doubt it's pretty good. But the fact that they call it jambalaya pasta is wrong off the bat. It's called pastalaya. But then again, compared to your Zatarans that you eat Riggins, in the box.
So good.
Oh,
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever ordered anything remotely considered Cajun in any restaurant like that ever.
You just know it's not going to be right.
I always go away from it just to avoid it. And it doesn't mean it won't be good. I just always assume I'm gonna go to something else. If it's not their specialty, I'm gonna go with something else.
what is the specialty of the Cheesecake Factory, though? The cheesecake?
I guess so.
Probably.
I guess so.
They do look delicious.
They are.
And I never order the
A lot
cheesecake.
of them
I just
are.
like, I always see it. I think it looks delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of a woman thing when you think
Yeah.
cheesecake for dessert is
I
a
think
woman
just
thing.
getting dessert at a
Oh,
restaurant.
really?
is
Yeah,
a woman thing.
I never ordered dessert.
Oh, at dessert at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that, but I'll usually split it with the woman at the table. If they got something that, like a hot fudge brownie with vanilla ice cream or something. Hey, bring us multiple spoons, but I'm trying that, girl.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast. More next.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Putting the X in extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Do ticks freak y'all out? Like if you think about getting a tick on you, sucking your blood.
Yeah.
Because we had them all the time when I was a kid, you know. Was out, you know, in the country and fishing in ponds and things like that, playing in the woods, drinking out of the hose. Oh my God. People always.
Yeah.
But I never thought anything about it. It's just part of, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
But they would say, you want to, if you get a tick that has this spot on its back or whatever, then that's a different kind of thing. You need to go to the doctor or whatever. But it is gross to think about it.
It's very gross.
Like those botfly things where they, you know, lay their eggs and it develops under your skin. They have to pull that larva out from under your skin, and it's about the size of a thimble as it comes out. That's creepy. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I was reading this story because I keep up with everything that goes on in the news in southern Bohemia.
Good.
And that's where this story came from. There was a priest, and he got bitten by a tick, and it caused some kind of problem with his nervous system or something, and messed up his head, like he was out of his head, and he cut his penis off.
Oh.
Yeah. So now that makes me a little bit more cautious about getting a tick bite.
It made him crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard you can get Lyme disease, but
Right.
which is something else. But I don't know if it makes you crazy.
No.
Yikes!
Yeah, he was by the time they found him, he was bleeding out, and they had put him in a coma.
Oh my God!
And he was in a coma for 10 days before they could even figure out what happened. You know, what happened to you, Father? But it didn't say whether they could reattach it or not. What do you think the surgeons are like in southern Bohemia? I don't know. You think they're like Duke Medical Center or the Mayo Clinic or anything like that? You think it's comparable?
Can you successfully reattach a penis, or it goes back into full working order and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know. The first that anybody ever thought about this was John Bobbitt in the 90s.
Did they reattach?
That was a mess, wasn't it? It was kind of.
Yeah, they reattached it, but it looked like it had been through something.
You could tell.
Because then he started doing porn.
Yeah.
He tried to make a living off of it, and I guess he did for a while. That was such a big story.
Only 100 or so have been recorded in medical history.
Mm-hmm.
Reattachments.
Yeah, it says when amputation occurs, it's important to move quickly to give the replanted tissue the best chance of survival. They call it penile replant or penile reattachment, replantation. I'm sorry. So it is very rare.
Does any other thing that you would cut off your body work if you tried to put it back on?
Yeah, fingers.
Do they? Oh.
Yeah, people have been able to reattach fingers. Yeah.
I saw a weird thing on Twitter one day. They were showing how these doctors somewhere attached temporarily a guy's wrist that had been cut off to his ankle.
To his ankle, yeah, I saw that.
To keep the blood flowing until they could get everything else on his ready to reattach the wrist. Yeah. And so like he spent the weekend, obviously in the hospital, with his wrist attached to his ankle And it worked because they were able to keep the flow of blood constant.
We're going to sew your penis to your forehead for a week. Just a week.
Just a week.
But I'm thinking if I lived in southern Bohemia, I would be dousing myself in insect repellent before I walk out of the house every day.
Where is that? Is that South America?
I don't know.
I have no idea what that even is. Bohemia.
I just know that they're, historically they're known for the Rhapsody.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know about Bohemians.
It's the largest historical region of the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Not even close. They got bugs.
Oh, yeah, I should have known that because the way they write stories like these, they try to be clever in their writing, and it says, the first line, he should have done a tick check. CZECH.
Man.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to know what kind of tick that was. I'll be looking for a spot if I ever get a tick. If it's going to make me cut my pecker off.
So was it attached to his penis or no?
I don't know.
The tick?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It just was the fact that whatever that tick put into him.
Damn.
Got into his nervous system and all damaged and made him out of his head.
The elusive
But
fentanyl tick. Crack cocaine tick.
What is that? That drug called Trank.
Yeah.
Like Trank.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he was probably thinking. I'm a priest. I don't even know why I have this. And
Man, I don't know.
maybe he was thinking that if he didn't have that, he wouldn't have impure thoughts and all of that stuff.
Maybe. Going eunuch, full eunuch.
Mm-hmm. I thought a eunuch had no balls.
I don't know how that works.
I think it because you think about a unicorn. So the eunuch is just a penis, I think.
Is that where that comes from? From the unicorn? No, I don't think
It's
so.
a good way to remember it, though.
Yeah, I guess so. I never thought about it. There was a eunuch in Game of Thrones. That's what they always called him. Like that was his identity. They're like, you don't have a name anymore. You're just the eunuch.
That's actually what they called him.
Yeah, all the time. Oh, that was the eunuch. Damn.
Eunuch.
Well, now that Shia LaBeouf's going to become a deacon, they can get married, but if anybody was going to cut their penis off, I'm sure it would be Shia LaBeouf. He's nuts.
Yeah, it is a man who has been castrated.
And that's just the balls?
Yep.
Yeah. You sound like you're ordering. Hold on, that's just the balls, right? I wanted to make sure that's just the balls.
There's that rumor that Michael Jackson was chemically castrated. His parents had it done
That's ignorant.
to keep his voice high like that. That's a story that's out there. I don't know if that's true or not.
And what was he doing with Epstein?
I know. I saw that. He was on that list.
Michael Jackson was?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
They said no wrongdoing, but he was included in
Well,
some
let me
of
ask you a
those.
question. Now, how do they know who's got wrongdoing and who doesn't?
They put Michael Jackson, Stephen Hawking, and there was one other guy they said, but no wrongdoing was.
There was no evidence, of wrongdoing with them. No mention of their doing wrong. Because all they can do is go by the writings and all that the guy left behind.
Oh, I saw an article this morning that said that Clinton was there one time for a dinner, and there were two 17-year-old girls that were at the dinner, and one of the girls had told people that or somebody else had said that these girls were brought in for Bill Clinton, but he declined and didn't. He was just there for the dinner. He didn't do anything with them.
I just come here for the food. It's fantastic.
I just eat some good food, drink some little wine.
Same reason I go to Hooters.
Yeah. I like the beach.
So I just think you've got to really be cautious in this of just saying that everybody that ever met Jeffrey Epstein was involved in that type of stuff. You just got to really be careful because he met a lot of people.
Yeah. Unless the person you're talking about is deceased, then you can say they were all into no good.
But that doesn't make you a very good person to just say that about people without it being true.
Well, could be true.
Well, it could be, but let's make sure it is before we say it, whether they're living or dead.
If it's a piece of shit that's dead, then we could, that they don't deserve any better.
No, I think you can be a piece of shit and not deserve being called a pedophile.
No, I don't think.
We have no proof.
Yeah, like there was yesterday. There were so many stories flying around, a lot of memes about Stephen Hawking.
Yeah,
and and those stories have been around for years and years that he liked strippers and things like that.
Yeah,
but I don't know that. I don't know anything about him personally. I know he's obviously brilliant, but was he? Does he deserve to be in the same list as other pedophiles? I mean, that is really.
But
bad.
here's the thing: they don't talk about this very much either. And I'm not. In any way, I'm not a special pleader for Jeffrey Epstein and the whole bunch, but not all of the girls that people were talking about hooking up with or whatever were underage.
Right.
They weren't all underage. There's some of them, in their 20s, some of them 19. Oh, you say teenager. How are we talking? I mean, it's all dirty.
Yeah.
But it's not all illegal.
And that Netflix documentary though about Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein and how they got girls involved and all that, it's bad. It's real bad. It's hard to like. It's so dirty.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Poor
scumbags.
Girls. They're just
shit bags.
Yes.
Shit birds.
Just the scum of the earth. I mean, to me, there's no doubt Epstein is a complete piece of crap scum. And I think Ghislaine Maxwell also, just my opinion. Mm-hmm. But based on what I've seen on these documentaries and everything. But that doesn't mean that everybody who ever encountered them or had dinner with them or met them or did business with them was involved in the same thing,
Yeah, and Epstein actually killed a bunch of them.
What?
Yeah, that's a fact, Jack.
I'm not touching it.
No, I made that up, but I don't have to say that I made it up to
Right.
keep from getting sued.
That's true.
Because a dead person can't sue you. You can say whatever you want about them.
Yeah, she collected boogers, so.
Are they selling his house on that island or the island itself? Can you buy that? And would you buy that?
I would
If
buy
you got
it,
if you got a real good deal on it?
yes.
You'd
Yeah,
live there?
absolutely.
Didn't that guy from Girls Gone Wild have an island too?
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just like if I found a good deal on
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't stink.
Yeah.
Somebody could be, I mean, just full on murdered in the house. But as long as the trauma cleanup crew came in, did a good job, and it's a good price,
That's gonna
it
make
doesn't mean I'm going to get murdered in it.
Yeah, make no mistake. It's a beautiful piece of property.
Yeah.
A murder? You'd still going to murder?
Unless the neighbor did it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That would give me anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get anxiety, Rob, every time your phone rings?
Yeah, probably. At least a little bit, tiny little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, also because it makes my wrist vibrate, and I'm like, so much going on, overstimulation.
Oh, because your watch?
Apple Watch. Yeah. It's like being in the electric chair, basically.
I thought you meant as soon as I hear my phone ring, it's like damn Pavlov's dog. I just start rubbing myself down. My wrist starts vibrating.
Funnier than your average podcast. This is the Extra Funny Podcast, presented by Neogenics. Find out more about Neogenics at acetj.com/neogenics. More Extra Funny podcasts next.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them. When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt. Today, every company is a technology company. No matter what type of business you're doing, you are a technology company in some fashion. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you should let CompuCom guide you. CompuCom is a proven leader in managed IT services. They deliver innovative solutions designed for how you work today and, most importantly, for how that will transform tomorrow. They help you deliver results. Just go to CompuCom.com for details. That's CompuCom.com. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table & Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table & Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com. Give the gift of health and community with the Gaston County Family YMCA membership. It's more than just a gym. It's an opportunity to join a community, receive support for health and wellness, and participate in programming for all ages. Get details at GastonYMCA.org.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
This show's getting in my way. I'm trying to do some important stuff over here. I'm looking up martini recipes, and the next thing you know, oh, we're back on. God.
Talk on the show.
All right, there's a big lawsuit. The guy's name's Paul, and Paul is seeking $100,000 from the Duncan Corporation because of damages. He's suing for damages, mental anguish and physical injury. $100,000 is not bad. Most of the time, in these lawsuits, I go, well, what is the damage? They got this happened. Okay, that sucks. The place was at fault. But how much is that worth to a person? Because if they're suing for $75 million because, they found a bug in their salad, right. That's no good. But the quote unquote severe and long-term injuries that he has, according to his lawsuit, comes from the fact that he was using the restroom in this Duncan location, and they describe it as the toilet exploded on him. Oh. Now, I'm guessing it wasn't like a bomb, poof, kind of exploding. I'm guessing that it was one of those where the pipes blew water out of the top of it. I mean, because how would it explode with a fiery explosion? So, but they said that he was, whatever you're picturing happened when the toilet exploded on him.
So he's like covered.
Yeah.
Was he seated on the toilet at this time?
It doesn't say in the article. The Associated Press doesn't go into any deep details, the things that people really want to know.
They should.
But I would say that this $100,000 is a good price for that. The damages for that.
If he'd have said $250, I'd have been like, that's a good price, fair price for that.
Because I would be having mental anguish over that.
Yeah. How long would that shower last?
Oh my God! And part of the lawsuit says that an employee told him that they were aware of the quote problem with the toilet end quote.
Oh,
so that makes it even more like they're liable for. You knew there was a problem and you didn't do anything, and next thing you know, my client is covered in mess.
Oh,
can you imagine having to stumble out of there?
Yeah.
Back in help.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to help him.
No.
I
mean, the best Samaritan in the world would be like, can I call somebody? Yeah. I don't want to get close.
That is wild. But to your point, just $100,000?
Yeah, and his attorney's probably going to get, most of that.
He easily should be suing for more than $100,000 for that, I think.
I think I'm done with my bear claw after that guy comes out. I'm like, you know what? I'm just, I'm gonna go to work.
You're not gonna finish your chocolate iced with sprinkles.
Yeah, I think so.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're gonna wrap up everything that happened this week on the Ace and TJ Show. Coming up in the Week in Review.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
This is the only time Ace and TJ are proud to be a little bit extra. It's the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Y'all know how they you can go to restaurants, if you have a large party, like say 10 people, and they automatically put an 18% gratuity into the check.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever experienced that. I was like, what the hell? I was going to give them more than that, but now I ain't. Well, there was a group of people in Indiana. It was a group of 10, and they went out to eat at a seafood place in South Bend. Yum. Got to figure Indiana has the freshest, bestest seafood.
That's what I've heard.
It's called Wild Crab. And they had a scheme to try to avoid the whole leaving a tip thing with a big group. This restaurant adds the gratuity if it's a party of 6 or more. So these 10 people split up into groups. It was 5 and 5, and they sat at 2 different tables and pretended they didn't know each other. But evidently they weren't sneaky enough, because the employees caught on and added the 18% gratuity anyway, and that caused a huge fight. They demanded to see the manager. Then somebody in the group pulled out pepper spray, used it on the manager, then used it on another manager while being kicked out. The restaurant called the cops to file a report, and paramedics treated the 2 people who got pepper sprayed, but
Wait,
no word on any charges yet.
and all of this is over leaving the tip.
Yeah.
Not the price of the meal or anything, not the quality of the meal.
They ain't going to force us to leave 18%. Nuh-uh.
They're fighting over the tip.
It's trashy.
Yes, it is.
But they're like, all right, we're not paying this tip. Y'all get 1 table for 5, we get a table for 5. That's under 6. They better not add 18% gratuity.
Well, I'll just get up and walk out.
Don't look at me. We have to act.
But evidently they were pretty much just like, talking like they were at the same table. But I'm gonna tell you what, if you work I would say anywhere in the public where you're dealing with the public, you need to at least always have one of those stun pens on you at all times. It looks like an ink pen, but when you stick somebody with it, it's actually a stun gun. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound badass.
So here's.
I mean, you think of that judge that the guy came over the desk on the other day when she was giving him his sentence? Like, she should have had picked it up off of her desk as he was coming across, and just zap his ass.
Because when he came over that, he was laid out. She could have got him right in the heart.
Yeah, and these people,
killed him cold as a
coming
wedge
out
right
with
there.
Pepper spray and shit, just zap them.
So I did a little quick math, and I'm estimating because I don't know. But let's say the bill was $30 a person. Each table of 5, it's $150. At 18%, it comes out to be $5.40 per person that they would have had to pay to meet the 18% of the tip. Now they're all going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just maybe
over $5.40.
You don't need to be eating out.
Well, the wild crab is looks like it's
more upscale than $30?
No.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, it looks like it's a chain. Here's the one in South Bend. Yeah, I mean, let's see if they got, look at their menu. Might be delicious. Well, let's see. Large order of shrimp with the head on, half a pound, and half a pound of black mussel is $15.
Oh.
That's not bad.
No.
Chicken tender basket is only $8.50.
So say if they had a couple beers with them, that you're running $15, a couple beers, whatever you're running, about $25-$30 a head. Yeah. 20 for some. So probably it's less than $5 a person in the tip is what it sounds like.
These are words I never thought I would see together. Calamari basket.
Yeah. That's how I like my
You
calamari.
get the calamari basket. Mm-hmm. I'll have the.
I would love a good calamari basket.
Yeah.
I'll have the never-ending lobster bisque bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, they got fried pickles, so you know this is a good place.
Yeah.
I bet it is. If you like fried fish, I bet it's good.
Yeah.
There's one in Colombia where we're really famous.
I mean, sorry ass people not wanting to pay the tip.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Devising a whole plan to not have to tip.
And they all got arrested?
No word on what charges will be. Probably they will only file charges against the pepper spraying people.
Yeah, because you know what? I guess they didn't steal anything, and they paid for the meal.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to pay the tip.
But
So
I don't know if they paid for the meal or not, because they started complaining when they got the check and saw that. So the ruckus happened when they saw that they went on and added the 18% tip. So they may have gotten kicked out before they paid or something. I don't know.
This is bullshit.
But don't you think, though, that's one of those cases where the cops get there, by the time they get everybody all settled down and get it all sorted out, one of them walks over to somebody and goes, look, it's not worth what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just pay the $30.
Yeah.
Just give them the tip, and then everybody's going to get to go home, and you'll never have to worry about this again.
Yeah.
Or this is going to be a thing,
Yeah.
and it could end up costing you a lot more.
Man. People just, I mean, they put such emphasis on things that really, in the grand scheme of things, are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to a place with a bunch of people and you can't afford to pay what they're going to charge you, don't go.
Yeah. It's pretty easy.
But then again, you miss out on the important reasoning, which is, but I want to.
Well, you know what?
That's how they justify it. But I want to go.
That's why God made credit cards.
Exactly. Throw it on the card. It's
Put it on your credit card.
basically free then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got months to pay that $60.
You can declare bankruptcy at one point if you want to.
Yeah.
My dad did it several times.
It's fine.
My favorite, though, is the time that we had a family reunion on Saturday, and on Friday, some of his relatives were in town. There were a bunch of us, and we all got together to eat. And we had a room in the back of this restaurant in Alexandria, Louisiana, and during the meal, my dad leaned over and goes, "Hey, well, you got your American Express on you?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "Let me borrow. We'll get this settled up afterwards."
Let me hold that.
Because he was going to buy it for everybody.
Sure. Shot caller. Big baller.
I bought for everybody.
You mean you never saw that money?
That was the most money that was ever put on that credit card when I had it at that time.
I bet it was.
Like, what? The people at American Express were like, what do you mean he spent more than $50 this month on his credit card?
This seems like fraud.
That's me, man. That's me. He'll get it back to me eventually.
Yeah.
Couldn't say no to my daddy.
Well, well, in that case, I really couldn't, because it's going to be bad.
Was that
Got it.
that family member you have that owns a monkey? Were they there on that one?
Oh, no,
They had the pet monkey in their RV.
Was Aunt Sue there then? I think she was that night.
Did she have the monkey with her?
No.
Or did her
No,
husband?
she wasn't there that night, because they had the RV. They had gone and they stayed the night at our relative's house.
Yeah,
There were the
she went
reunions,
in the restaurant to eat with y'all, and her husband stayed out in the RV spanking that monkey. This monkey had been bad.
Yeah.
He's out there with his monkey. I've never known anybody that had a pet monkey.
That's the one for me.
This guy I went to high school with it just recently got a little monkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but he's a legend now. He wasn't shit in high school. He done grown up and got a monkey.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about it on Facebook.
They just call him Monkey Man now.
Yeah.
A little monkey, like a baby monkey, or just a actual?
I think it's a little version of a monkey. I don't think it's a baby version. I think it's just
a mini monkey.
Yeah, it's just a mini monkey.
A tiny monkey.
God, I can't imagine. It would be so annoying having an effing monkey.
Jumping around on the furniture and stuff all the time with a diaper on.
Yeah, I think it's called a marmoset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's technically a monkey, but it's it doesn't look a whole lot like a monkey.
Yeah, those are really tight. That's the smallest monkey.
Mm-hmm. It fits in the palm of their hands.
And they're legal?
That's weird.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, Tony Stewart used to have, the race car driver used to have a monkey as a pet, and it was like a monkey from Friends, one of those. Macaque.
Dang old Bubbles.
Is that a macaque?
Or a capuchin.
Capuchin.
Monkey from Friends. Hold on.
Marcel was his name.
Tony Stewart lives in Indiana, right? Or did
Yeah, he's from there.
I saw they were selling his house, and it's pretty spectacular.
It was a capuchin monkey.
Right.
Named Katie and Monkey. There were two of them.
One's name was Katie and the other's name was Monkey.
Right.
You're going to be Katie, and we're going to call you Monkey.
While Monkey passed away, Katie continued to work, appearing on shows like The Loop and 30 Rock.
I bet you damn Katie killed Monkey. She's like, I'm tired of splitting my paycheck with you, you son of a bitch.
Monkey, you're going to die tonight.
You ain't even good enough to have a name.
I'm just going to call this one Monkey.
I'm the star of this show.
Sleep with one eye open, Monkey.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.